Hey, welcome. Another day of 14, doing post moogle quests. I just figured I'd do a dungeon beforehand. That's the lore. bad. Yeah. Okay. Now back to my job as a moogle delivery person. Actually, yeah. If it isn't my favorite assistant, Kupo, brace yourself, for today I've a task for you that will have all the fair maidens in Gridania green with envy. This letter in my paw is addressed to none other than homunculi. You are familiar with the homunculi, yes? The traveling troupe of Trabanders renowned for stirring the seeds of passion of the realm over. Ever since their recent performance in Gridania, their popularity has gone through the roof, Kupo. Why, I've handled hundreds of fan letters in the past fortnight alone, Kupo. Oh, this particular episode appears to be from a trader in Ildaw. A matter of business, mayhap. All the more reason that it must be delivered to Gridania with haste. You will find the band and its leader, Augustino, rehearsing for their next performance at the Great Loom Brewery. Okay, back to Gridania. I'll be right back, actually. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Nature calls. This lifting melody I've composed is guaranteed to melt the heart of any maiden who hears it. Mark my words. Would you mind treading a bit more quietly? We are creating works of musical genius here, if you haven't noticed. I am Augustine now, vocalist and leader of the homunculi, a lyrical genius the likes of which the realm has never near before seen, and you no doubt are one of my innumerable fans. If you've come to seeking my autograph, I ask that you return when our rehearsal is done. A letter. Don't tell me you've taken on a second career as a messenger girl that you might afford tickets to our next performance. Most admirable, friend, most admirable indeed. Has our new contract arrived for a chance? I am ever so looking forward to sharing our gift of music with our Orzians the realm over. Our ballads and lays shall sweep the land, and a new chapter in the legend of the homunculi will be writ. That said, it is a touch bittersweet. It is only through Vicenta's patronage that we stand where we are today. Did I hear my name? What might I do for you today, Augustinel? Looking to procure new garb for your new performance, mayhap? My darling Macenta, just the lady we're hoping to see. The homunculi have a most important announcement to make, and I felt you should be the first to know. To put it simply, we are taking our show on the high road. The homunculi have made arrangements for a musical tour that will span from the peaks of Gorothas to Thanalin. Why, our long-sought dream realized at last. I truly could not be happier for you. Needless to say, as your patrons, Black Rabbit traders will gladly provide you with the funds for this momentous undertaking. That said, recent events have thinned out our coffers some. But worry not, I shall return and meet with my superiors immediately. I can promise you that you will be able to depart within the next moon. The sentiment is welcome, my darling, but that will not be necessary. A trader from Ul'dah has promised us all the gil we need. We leave on the morrow. I'm afraid there is another rub. Our new backers desire to be the sole and singular patrons of the homunculi. Our relationship with Black Rabbit traders has been a mutually beneficial one, but I fear that it must come to an end. What? You cannot mean this. Macenta, my dear, we are forever in your debt for all that you have done for us, and yet you must understand, the gift we would share with the realm is too great to tarry here any longer. Parting is always such sweet sorrow, and yet the pain would only be greater were we to linger on. We will treasure the memories we have made forever, but the road calls us onward. As ever, the words flow from your lips like honey. Very well, if this is the choice you have made, who am I to stand in your way? I say only this. This tour of yours had better at best be the greatest show Eorzea has ever seen. As your first and foremost admirer, I will settle for nothing else. It will be all that and more. You have my word, my dear. Adventurer, I would like to have a word with you. Meet me beneath the bridge by the Leatherworks Guild and speak to no one of our conversation. Once again, I leave a girl in tears. My fair features, my gift of music. 'Twould seem my blessings are also my curse. It's been some time since I've written a sorrowful refrain, but suddenly I feel the inspiration striking me. 'Twas Macenta herself who first proposed the idea of sharing the gift of song with the realm. The decision was a painful one, but a business is business. Ciao. Thank you for coming, adventurer. Let us delve straight into the matter at hand. You know that I serve as consigner of black rabbit retrievers, yes? It is a profession which is about as glamorous as it sounds, which is to say, not very. There was a time when I entertained the thought of leaving it in search of a more fulfilling line of work. Then one day I happened upon them. Their music was enchanting, and their countenances even more so. But the garb they wore, my dearly departed great-grandmother wouldn't be caught dead in those garish rags. And so I proposed an offer. Black rabbit traders would clothe the homunculi in our finest garb and pay a sum sufficient to keep their instruments in good fettle. In return, their performances would serve to promote our wares. It was a relationship that exceeded the wildest expectations of all involved. Gridanians flocked to their performances, and businesses at Black Rabbit Traders burgeoned. It was a dream come true for all of us, a dream I thought would last forever. But I assure you, this is no self-centered grudge. This sudden offer is most troubling. For all our success, the profits the homunculi have brought us would barely amount to a clink in the coffers of any wealthy old trader. No, I smell something amiss. I would ask your expertise in investigating the matter. Walk the markets of Gridania and listen to the words on the street. Should you hear of any shady dealings, return here and share them with me. Okay. How do I get back up? Over there. Okay. This offer that the homunculi have received, I am certain that something is amiss. Okay, yeah. Alright, same dialogue. Alright. Any news? Do you take Parsmont, master of markets for a common roommonger, and to compound the insult, you come bearing not even a single ale pie? Oh, very well, I shall dine in it to answer, if for no other reason than that you seem unlike to leave my sight until you do. All that talk about the markets of late has been of the attacks on the Black Rabbit supply wagons, as you might have heard for yourself if you had a pair of working ears. With the damage visited by the calamity upon the land, its natural resources trade has been slow to recover in Gridania these past 5 years. It's only with the wares brought in by traveling merchants from Ul'dah that these markets have been able to sustain this level of activity. The only local operation that has been able to bring in a steady profit is Black Rabbit Traders. What with their purchasing of items from adventurers and Macenta's recent efforts to employ that band of honey-tongued bards in publicizing her product. Perhaps they've enjoyed a bit too much success for others' liking. Whoever could be behind these unpardonable crimes? What crimes, you say? Why, I speak of the vicious attacks on Black Rabbit supply wagons. Of course, I'm surprised you've not heard. The tales are so terrifying as to keep the bravest merchants up at night. My brother, Marco, stubborn as he is convinced that the Ul'dahans are pulling the strings. I, however, believe we should be wary against letting our prejudices color our views. Take Rishu, for example, for one. While many merchants think only of profit, she has spared no effort in studying Gridanian culture and trade, filing regular reports to Ul'dah on the transactions made at these markets. As she tells it, she has taken an active role in promoting Gridania wares in her own homeland and across the realm. My brother is entitled to his opinion, but I cannot see how any could question the girl's intentions. Rumors, you say? Surprised you haven't heard them yourself. Can't take more than 2 steps these days without hearing of another attack on Black Rabbit supply wagon. I've got my own theories as to the perpetrators, mind you, and they start with a certain Ul'dah wench who I reckon ain't too happy about her rival's recent successes. Evidence? Let's just call it instinct. I wouldn't trust Ul'dah half as far as I could throw one. Okay. So our recent troubles are the talk of the town. Little surprised that, to the rumor monger, this misfortune of others tastes as sweet as honeyed mead. I must say, this news that Rishishu is monitoring transactions at our markets is somewhat concerning. While I have no desire to race to conclusions, I believe caution is in order. There is more. While presenting herself as an independent merchant, I have reason to believe she procures a sizable portion of her stock through the Bart Trading Company. Perhaps the name is unfamiliar to you. It is most often heard in a connection with all manner of ill rumors. dealings in stolen goods, swindling unsuspecting customers, and so on and so forth. Under normal circumstances, I'd want nothing to do with this band of thieves, but if they've set their sights on my honey-tongued homunculi, I simply refuse to turn a blind eye. Fortunately, I have an idea. I've prepared a certain document that should pique Richku's interest. I would ask that you deliver it to her and keep her distracted while I take care of the rest. Ah, Macenta, the only Gundanian I've met in my time here who understands how to do business. Whatever brings her to, Yes, what can I do for you? A proposition for me, you say? I've been around far too long to fall for empty tales of easy profits and great windfalls, but very well, let me see what you would offer. This is a page from the Black Rabbit's ledger, complete with a list of wares purchased from adventurers, along with their sellings and purchasing prices. With this knowledge, I can simply sell the wares that they offer at a discount while raising the price on those goods not obtainable elsewhere. Simply by following the principles of good trade, I'll be able to make a fortune. My dear Vicente, I know now what brings you here today, but it would appear you've come just in time to watch me win over your loyal customers. Your services today will not be forgotten. Come back in a fortnight's time and I promise you'll receive your fair share of profits. The information you provide should... I cannot thank you enough. With your aid, the first step of my plan has been carried out to perfection. Now my visitors should be arriving here any moment. Visitor. Yes, thank you. As promised, here is your payment in full. What's that look for, friend? A smart businesswoman knows how to use all of her resources, if you understand what I mean. The fellow who just departed was one of Rich's underlings. I asked him to search his mistress' stall for 2 documents. The first one, which my new friend has dutifully delivered, is a contract with the homunculi. As I suspected, Rishishu aims to steal our profits and seek to accomplish the first and foremost by luring our exclusive band of bards away from us. The other document I have acquired is a page from the latest report sent by Rishru to Ilda. Note the red mark along our major trading thoroughfare. Assuming the Rishu's associates at the Bart Training Academy are in possession of the same document, I suspect that the next attack on our supply cavern will strike right there, in the central shroud due southwest from the White Wolf Gate. Such brazen acts of banditry cannot be permitted, yes? I beg of you, adventurer, hurry into the wood and give the would-be ambushers the drubbing they deserve. Should you find any evidence of a connection to those blackguards at Burt, deliver it to me at my place of business at the Knot. If we do not act quickly, my sweet-tongued, fair-haired beauties will be lost to Gridania forever. I'll keep it in mind, chat. Alright. The shock took a year or two off my life, I reckon, but apart from that, I'm no worse for the wear. I can't thank you enough, my friend. Okay. It hardens me to know that our man is safe, and you have my thanks, adventurer. Pray tell where you're able to find any evidence of a connection to those rogues at Bart. Aha, just as I expected. It began as mere speculation, but I dare say we've built ourselves a most convincing case. Yes, everything has come together. Rishu's reports on the flow of goods and the markets found their way to those scoundrels at Bart. who, seizing upon the chance for a quick profit, orchestrated the attacks on our suppliers. The stolen wares were hauled back to Bart, then sold for a pittance to Vishishu. With the goods now in high demand, she raised her prices doubtless, funneling a portion of the ample profits back to the Bart coffers. To add insult to injury, they were poised to use the ill-gotten gains, along with the timely troubles of black rabbit traders, to lure my precious homunculi away from me. Why, it's a plan so brilliant, I wish I'd come up with it myself, but thanks to you, friend. It's a plan that has now been spectacularly foiled. Augustinel and the others came by just moments ago to say farewell. If we hurry, we can catch them before they depart. We must wait for the airship landing without delay. I have it on good account that Rishishu will be in attendance to see him off. Let us shove the evidence of these twisted dealings in her self-satisfied little face. Oh, do not cry for your horseflex Messina. 'Twould pain my heart to see you beautiful, contoured, and clouded so. It simply won't be the same without you, Messina. That said, I hear that there is no dearth of brooksome beauties in Olhata. Come to see us off, have you? The gesture truly is appreciated, but worry not, we shall return to Grindadia someday, though I cannot guarantee that tickets to our performances will be easily come by. Come for your share, have you? Patience, friend, fortunes are not made in a day. Or do you have another proposition for me? Well now, what have we— well, I never. Just whose side are you on now, anyhow? This adventurer kindly rescued one of our wagons from a band of bloodthirsty brigands who just happened to be in possession of the bill you now see. Meanwhile, I have managed to come into the possession of detailed reports on our trading activities, signed in your name and addressed to the Burt Trading Company. Quite the coincidence, wouldn't you say? Ladies, please, this bickering ill becomes your beautiful features. Visher, did you say you would donate a share of your profits to see black rabbit traders through their recent plight? Brigands, what nonsense is this? Any report I made to Uldar were simply in the interests of fostering trade. That my contacts at Bart would use them to such ill ends is unthinkable. Well, given their reputation, perhaps not entirely so. I suspected as much. Let me guess, you had your misgivings, but couldn't let your conscience get in the way when there were fortunes to be had. So you cast your lot with Bart, covered your eyes and ears, and hoped for the best. Ignorance of your complicity is no excuse, for sure. I hear the wood whalers and God's quiver are taking particularly severe measures regarding the sale of stolen and poached goods in light of recent events. A word or two for me, and you'll spend the night in the comfort of your very own goal cell. That said, I might still be persuaded to look the other way, provided we can come to an arrangement. My excuse me, my darling Macenta, speaking as an almost victim of these shady schemes, I dare say Miss Fisher's deeds should not go unpunished. Ah, then again, one might argue it might be an equal crime to imprison such a comely lass. Several sever old ties with the Bart Trading Company at once, and promise me you'll never do so much as lay a finger on my precious homunculi again. These are my conditions, and they are not negotiable. Never again. You have my word. Starting on the morrow, every merchant in the markets will vouch that they've never seen a trader as reputable as Rishishu. There's no putting anything past you, my dear, now is there? Brilliant and beautiful. Now there's a lass worthy of a song. Says he who's already ready to bolt for the desert at the call of the highest bidder. Ha! Consider yourself fortunate that when it comes to business, I can hold my own with anyone in Oda, or the realm for that matter. With the help of a few good friends, that is. Ha! Wahaha! Bold and beautiful. Oh, how could we ever have so much as thought of parting ways? Just so, just so. Why, I've never seen a woman more willing and able to use all the resources at her disposal to overcome any obstacle in her path. Remind me never to end up on your bad side again, my dear. Stick to your songwriting and singing and leave the financial affairs to me, and I don't foresee us having any more problems. Do we have an understanding? We do, we most certainly do, Macenta, my dear. You are a veritable sheer force of nature. I cannot imagine any who would dare stand in your way. I'll be watching your future performances and our ledgers with great interest. Here's to a profitable relationship for years to come. Yeah. Okay. Alright. What time is it? Oh, it's already coming up an hour. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. That one took a little longer than normal, but that's okay. They're all good. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I'll probably stream later today. So yeah, thank you for watching.